Hello everyone, my name is Kate Colley and today I will be making a presentation on collaboration and network management strategies. These management strategies center around the strategic management cycle. Hello everyone, my name is Kate Colley and today I will be making a presentation on collaboration and network management strategies to strategically manage their organization. These management strategies center around the strategic management cycle, which are needs and resources, strategic management cycle is and performance and innovation. Process that organizations they need to look at these in order separate to strategically manage their organization. Center them around the mission and values of the organization. Issues, which are needs and resources, collaborative efforts, capabilities, and collaboration and innovation, management. Look at these strategies, processes, and the needs and resources center them around the mission and values other of the providers. The system when looking at systems and capabilities collaborative are the collaborative arrangements that collaboration and network can set up with other organizations. And strategies, the performance and innovation, the needs and resources that an organization measures on the nature other providers. The system of relationships, systems and capabilities are the collaborative arrangements that nonprofits. So now we're going to go look at different management techniques and the performance and innovation. The basic measures of the nature of management techniques that we learned are environmental analysis and industry analysis. So now we're going to look at different environmental techniques. And one part of environmental analysis is assessing the external environment. When you're assessing the external environment, you should look at how the external environment impacts. First, we're going to look at environmental analysis. However, it can be difficult for organizations. Part of environmental analysis is assessing the external environment. Full in depth of when you're assessing the external environment, you should look at how the external environment impacts the magnitude of environmental impact. However, it can be difficult for organizations. There's also scanning. Scanning is identifying the key elements in the external environment that impact organizations to be able to understand. Once again, we come through challenges about environmental impact. Those who are instituting this strategic management cycle, scanning need to have a broad knowledge about the key elements in the external environment that impact organizational activities. Once again, we come through challenges about knowledge an estimate of what the external environment instituting in this strategic management cycle need to have a broad knowledge about the organizational environment. These challenges tend to be about being able to obtain enough data to be able to make forecasting. Forecasting is an estimate of what the external environment there's will also be monitoring. This is kind of where the accumulation of all that large amount of data knowledge. However, these challenges tend to be about being able to monitoring and tracking data to be environment over time so that you can be able to predict patterns and there's also monitoring. This is kind of where the accumulation of all that large amount of data in regards to monitoring because monitoring requires a large amount of tracking the external environment over time so that you can be able to predict patterns. So now let's go to industry analysis. However, organizations kind of a way that can have problems in regards to monitoring because monitoring requires a large amount of So first there are stakeholder methods. Stakeholder methods is a process industry of managing relationships, which is kind of a way that you it is where organizations identify key players and specify their important external environment. And one way they can do this is using the first there are stakeholder methods. Your stakeholder methods is a process of managing based off of their kind of importance. It is where organizations identify key players, how much interest they have in the nonprofit. And one way they can do this is using the power versus interest grid. Once again, the challenge comes in regards to having the specialized knowledge to identify and classify stakeholders based on the power and how much interest they have in the nonprofit organization. So now we go to competitive analysis. Competitive analysis the challenge comes in regards to having the specialized knowledge to identify and classify stakeholders, supplier power, labor, funding, substitutes. So now we go to competitive analysis. After examining all these different elements, examines 5 different forces that drive competition and discover what collaborations or what supplier power, labor, funding and
maybe even which collaboration should be
power.
avoided.
After examining
However,
all these different elements,
even though
it brings
gives
up organizations
the
the possibility to discover
it
what
shows what kind of
collaborations
are
possible
possible.
there is, and
Maybe even which
possible.
collaboration should be
There's
avoided.
no how-to list
However,
on how to implement this
even
collaborative
though
effort.
it
So
brings up,
even after you discover which collaborations
it shows
and
what kind
networks
of
you
collaborations
want to
are
build,
possible.
it's
There is
difficult
once you
have to start
possible.
building.
There's no how-to list on how to implement
So
this collaborative
now we're going to go
effort.
to
So
the limitations
even after you discover
the
which collaboration
and
networks you
management
want to build
strategies.
One limitation is that you
have
focus
to
so
start
much
building.
on external environment and setting up collaborations that it's
now we're
going
to go to the limitations
focus
of
on the beneficiaries.
collaboration,
The ones just trying to make these collaboration strategies. One limitation is that you focus so much on external environment and setting up
lose a
collaborations
lot
that it's
of
control whenever you're setting up
focus
on the
the
beneficiaries. If you set up too many
who
are the
give
ones just
away
trying to make these collaborations
and
end up having outcomes that are unintended.
You can also
and finally collaboration
lose a lot
of control whenever you're setting up
administrative work,
collaborations.
and
If you set up
as
too many, you can
heard
give
earlier in the
away
class
your power
that,
and end up having
nonprofits
outcomes that are
are
unintended.
expected to produce
And
more on
finally,
service
production
collaboration
than administration
is a lot of administrative work. And
Okay, now we're going to go
as
to our
we've
nonprofit example.
heard earlier in the
which
class
is,
that
Project Unity, which is a
nonprofits
nonprofit
are
here in town.
expected to produce
So
more on
now we're going to
service
look at
production
the
mission
than
of
administration.
Project Unity.
So Project Unity is a nonprofit organization
now we're gonna
dedicated
go to our
service
nonprofit example,
vulnerable
which is Project
Brazos
Unity,
Valley residents,
which
through
is a
community
nonprofit
partnerships.
here
Project
in town.
Unity provides comprehensive
So
family
now we're
assessments,
gonna look
referrals, and
at the
assistance in
mission
obtaining
of
appropriate
Project
services
Unity.
and resources.
So Project Unity
for unmet
is a
nonprofit organization dedicated
compassionate
to support
service
fosters
vulnerable
long-term self-sufficiency.
Brazos
Valley residents through
So
community
as you can
partnerships.
see,
Project
they
Unity
say
provides
through their
comprehensive
method
family
how
assessments,
they're going
referrals,
to
and
be able
assistance
to,
in obtaining appropriate services
support
and resources
vulnerable
for
residents
unmet needs. Residents is
compassionate
through
support
community partnerships.
fosters
So that is
long-term
how
self-sufficiency.
So as you can see,
the
collaboration
their method,
strategic management
how they're
cycle
going to be able to
or management processes would
support vulnerable
residents is through
So,
community
how they've
partnerships.
implemented,
So that is
their
how
mission is
so
by
as you can
establishing
see, partnerships
the,
with organizations
the
collaboration
across
strategic
the
management
Brazos
cycle
Valley,
or
and
management processes would be
they set up these
effective
partnerships
for them.
and
help citizens
So,
by
how they've
implemented
connecting
their
the dots
mission is
together
by
and
establishing partnerships
showing
with
or
organizations,
providing
family,
across
and
the Brazos
community
Valley,
services.
and they set up these partnerships.
So
and
some of the key challenges that
help,
they face are siloed
citizens
funding
by
and changing
kind of
community
connecting
needs.
the dots together.
In regards to
and
siloed funding,
showing
they
or
receive
and
a lot
providing
of support,
from,
family, and
HIV awareness
services.
and help like that in the community.
So some of the key challenges that they face
just
are
on,
siloed funding
HIV
and
awareness
changing
or
community
HIV protection,
needs.
which is kind
In
of
regards to
one of those
siloed funds,
they receive a lot of
that
support from
the nonprofit
HIV awareness and
frequently
help like that in the community.
They end up losing focus on the
but
larger
by focusing
community.
just on
So
HIV
another
awareness
problem
or
is
HIV
that the
protection, which
community
is
needs
kind
are
of
continuously
one of those
changing.
siloed
So once
funds
partnerships are set
that
up,
the nonprofit
the community needs may
gets
change,
frequently.
and the partnerships may no
They're-
longer
they end up
be
losing focus on
effective
the
larger
for,
community. The purposes of
So
the
another problem is that the
community needs are continuously changing.
in regards
So
to the
once
effectiveness
partnerships
of
are
their
set up, the
use
community
of
needs
collaboration,
may change, and the
management
partnerships may no
strategies.
longer
Project
be
Unity
effective
has dropped
for,
programs that they feel no longer
the
serve the
purposes of the
immediate needs of the
organization.
community. So they're able to
in regards to the
bypass that
effectiveness
previous
of their
limitation mentioned earlier,
use of
that
collaboration,
management
changing.
strategies. And
Project
Project
Unity
has diversified its funding
in
in order
longer
to
serve
ensure
the
control
needs of
over a
community.
nonprofit operation.
So they're able to, this is kind of one way that they
bypass
have
that previous limitation mentioned earlier.
issues with siloed
that
funding is making
communities
sure
are
that they do
continuously
not fall into
changing.
the trap of
And
only
also, Project Unity has diversified its
receiving
funding
funds from
in
one
order
place
to ensure
and control over nonprofit
control
operations.
of
This is kind of one way that they
completing their
have
organizational goals.
overcome issues with siloed funding, is
So,
making sure that they do
in
not fall
conclusion,
into
that
the
brings
trap
us
of
to
only
collaboration
receiving
and
funds from one
network
place and
management best
losing
practices.
control
So,
of
one best practice is to
completing
include
their organizational
environmental and internal
So,
experts
in
throughout the
conclusion, that brings us
decision-making and
to
strategic management process.
collaboration
This way you can
and
get
network
their management best
um,
practices.
high-valued
So
information
one best practice is
that
to
is
include
necessary
environmental
to effectively implement
and internal
environmental
experts
throughout the
implement
decision-making and strategic
collaborations
management
that are
process.
effective.
And this way you can get
Also, you should
their
use the mission statement as an
high-valued
anchor when
information
developing
that is
collaborative
necessary
relationships.
to effectively implement
This will make sure that as
environmental
community needs are
or
continuously
implement
changing,
collaborations
that you'll be able to
that are effective.
maintain
Truth to your original
also, you
mission.
should use the mission statement as an
Also,
anchor when
despite
developing
your
collaborative
emphasis on collaborative
relationships.
efforts, you still need to maintain
This will make
strict
sure that
controls in regards to
as the
beneficiary
community needs are
satisfaction.
continuously
So
changing,
make sure that
you'll
the
be able
focus
to
doesn't stray
maintain
away from
truth to
those
your
who
original
you are
mission.
originally aiming to serve.
Also,
And finally,
despite your
you
emphasis
should
on
maintain
collaborative efforts, you
consistent
still need to
and
maintain
strict
thematic
controls in regards to beneficiary
relationships with
satisfaction.
collaborators.
So
You
make
should
sure that
make
the
sure
focus
that
doesn't stray
you're
away from
professional
those who you are
and
originally
always
aiming
consistent
to
on
serve.
time,
And finally,
you
get things
should
done
maintain
so that you
consistent
can
and
build your reputation and legitimacy
relationships with collaborators. You should make
All right,
sure that
thank you so much.
you're professional and always consistent on time and
Get things done so that you can build your reputation and legitimacy in the field. All right, thank you so much.